What's going on, YouTube team, and welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year's, it's 2025, and guess what? 3D is back. That's right, Samsung is bringing in their 3D monitors for CES. I just got this news right off the press earlier today, and I want to share it with everyone. So let's go ahead and dive in, and hopefully, you enjoy. So looking at right off the bat is they call this a Samsung Odyssey 3D or Odyssey 3D model G90XF model. It's supposed to be a gaming monitor, and it's supposed to be something that you don't have to wear 3D glasses, which is it's pretty interesting. I know when they had plasma screen TVs and it had 3D capabilities, and I believe even some projectors you have to put the 3D glasses on, and one of those things is that you'll get that 3D effect. But in this press release, it's saying that you don't have to use 3D glasses. So I'm interested to see how that's going to go. But this is only for monitors for right now. But it's really good news because 3D is not dead yet, and maybe hopefully in the future they might start implementing their TVs. Crossing my fingers. I know people may disagree with me, but I really like that 3D experience. Sometimes when I go to the movies, I like seeing see the movies in 3D, depending on what content I'm watching. Most of the time, if it's action, I definitely would like to see it in 3D. But this is something that I thought this is some really good news. Especially Samsung is starting off already coming in hot. I mentioned LG the other day, but Samsung is starting off the new year with their Odyssey 3D monitors, and I am really excited to see this. Up next, I do got some other exciting news as well too. They also bringing in a 500 refresh rate on their OLED models. And so you heard that right, 500 refresh rate. And that is going to be coming in on Odyssey G6. So let's go ahead and dive in a little bit more closely with this. With the Odyssey G8 is going to be the first 27-inch 4K OLED monitor in the world. It's supposed to be packing around 165 ppi, and this one only has a refresh rate of 240 hertz, and supposed to have that buttery smooth refresh rate when it comes to gamers. And then also for the G6, and this is where the 500 refresh rate is supposed to be kicking in, is the Odyssey OLED G6 or G6 FF, and it's supposed to go up to 500 hertz refresh rate in the QHD. So it's not quite 4K, but is 2560 by 1440p. So it's still pretty good, especially looking at this monitor. But coming in at 500 refresh rate, just think about for the gamers out there who are especially in competitive gaming. Man, that is a dream come true. It's just the question is that, you gotta upgrade your graphics cards, and it's supposed to be some rumors have it coming later, maybe in the next couple of weeks, maybe a month, that Nvidia and AMD is gonna be announcing their new graphics cards coming out for this year. And this is probably would be a excellent monitor to use it on if anyone who's thinking about, gaming. So I think this is a pretty good update. Besides that, just as I mentioned about the 3D, there are some other monitors as well I'm going to talk about, as well as they got here a Viewfinity S8, supposed to be for more for creators like myself, if anyone's in the web design or mobile design. And this one is pretty good as well too, because this is supposed to be 4K, and it's supposed to be having the color gamut S RGB at a 99% color gamut, which is really good for real when it comes to creators who are looking to do any type of web design or mobile apps. Those are kind of like the things, or even when it comes to video editing and editing in general. And this is a really good monitor to think about getting if you're into that creative space. And I thought it's just looking at all of this right now, is like Samsung is really bringing in the heat with their monitors right now. And also to one more monitor that I forgot to mention too, it's supposed to be coming out with a smart M9 monitor, and this is supposed to be all AI driven, and it's supposed to upscale a lot of their 4K content. So especially when you have lower res content, it's supposed to upscale to 4K. I don't know how that's going to work. specifically, they've been talking about AI for the longest time. Even like in the previous year models, they was talking about AI is supposed to help to upscale their low resolution content. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what they're going to have in store. But it's just really, really, really good news that Samsung is also bringing in some really good news on here. Also, I do want to mention not only I want to talk about Samsung, but I kind of want to switch up to another topic as well too. And this is for the LG fans or LG folks who own the 2022 TVs. Well, LG, I just want to bring this up right now. LG is also announcing that they're going to be updating their 2022 TVs with a Web OS 24, Chromecast, and then Dolby Vision Filmmaker, and this is something that just came out earlier today too. LG has started rolling out their WebOS 24 for its 2022 OLED models with a new firmware update, and it also adds Dolby Vision Filmmaker mode, and then Chromecast, Google Cast, and more. So this is really, really good news for LG people who bought an OLED TV in 2022. It's great to see that LG is going back on their older TVs and making updates, because in the past, LG hasn't been doing that much. Once you come out with their latest model, they'll just go ahead and support it for maybe a year or so, and then they go ahead and go to the next model, depending on how the developers depending if they had the capacity with the developers to go back to their previous models to see if they can make updates here and there. But it's just nice to see that people who have those 2022 TVs, you are still getting the latest updates, which is very, very awesome. And especially for owners for LG. So it's just one of those things that I do want to kind of like touch on this in this video. I am going to bring in more news from CES as it start to roll out, but I thought this was very exciting just to see that, yeah, CES is here, and man, it is just exciting times, and I don't know what else that they're gonna be announcing, but we already talked about the OLEDs. I'm hoping to see the 83-inch QD OLED technology. Let's see what Sony is gonna have up in stores. LG, are we gonna have higher peak brightness when it comes to their LG G4 TVs and the Samsung S95F model? And more than likely they will, but the question is it going to hit those 4,000 nits peak brightness? I don't know, and stuff like that. But other than that, that's all the news that I have at the moment. I just wanted to bring this in real quick because, man, this is really good. I am really excited about not only just the refresh rate, the 500 hertz refresh rate, but it's just this Odyssey 3D, especially you don't have to wear 3D glasses. That's a game changer. It's just the question is that I'm not personally going to CES, but I know some people who will. So I'm going to ask them specifically if they could take a look at this monitor itself and give me their inputs, how they think feels or review and look when it comes to their 3D content. But man, I could bring out my old 3D Blu-ray movies back out and start using that again if this monitor is really doing what it's supposed to do. But other than that, yep, I'm about to go ahead and end this video, and appreciate everyone who's staying with me, and happy new year 2025. And oh yeah, support my Lions, because I'm really hoping that they do big things. They got a game coming up, and I know I bring this in almost every video, but I'm super stoked about the Lions so far, and they're doing well. And I'm also going to be doing a stream later this week as well too, so stay tuned for that. Until then, I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care. Bye.